UFG family, what up, though, y'all? What up, though?
What up, though?
So, as y'all can see, welcome to Season 2, Episode 6. I'm here with my beautiful bride as my co-host.
What's up, everybody?
Lily. And let's get right into it, man. What an eventful week, huh?
Oh, yeah. 2 weeks, really.
We're really 2 weeks. So, we like to welcome y'all because we took a little vacation, right? Yes. It was the holiday season. So, to all you guys who celebrate holidays, hope you enjoyed your time off. Hope you enjoyed being with your family and whatever else comes with it. It was business as usual for us. Mm-hmm. But as we get into this episode, man, it's a lot to talk about, kind of a lot to run down. Mm-hmm. But we're just gonna try to cram it all in an hour and a half for you guys, because we filming a little bit later than normal.
We had to because we had to watch. We had to watch
the Lions game. So and we had the Sunday night game again. We're filming this. What is today? January the 5th. Mm-hmm. So it's technically the 6th because it's after midnight, and we filming this. And tomorrow.
See how much we love you guys.
Right. Tomorrow's my gym day. I have to get up at 5 a.m. So and then go to work at 7.
And the kids go back to school tomorrow.
So everything is kind of going back to normal. But anyway, as I digress, so any quick announcements do we have for the people, man?
Not so much immediate announcements, but we do have some really good things cooking and good things brewing. And make sure you guys keep up with us on YouTube and on Instagram for any updates. So, but yeah, how about you? Do you have any announcements you'd like to make?
None. No announcements as of yet. Nothing hardcore. Again, as Lily lamented, there are a few things that's on the back burner that's brewing. Let me cook. You feel me? A couple things brewing. I have started, if you guys are in tune with my Instagram, I have started a body transformation, not challenge, but journey.
Just
a weight loss journey.
Yeah. So
I'm losing weight. I'm working out 5 days a week. Really resting on the weekend, let my body recover, and so that's an announcement, if anything. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, not really right now at this moment. It's an exciting episode, so I'm ready to get into it. What about you?
Me too. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So we're gonna start off as we normally do, talking about sneakers. So a hype release that's coming out this Saturday, January the 11th, is the Black Cat 3s. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you've seen these. Black Cat 3s.
They're all black.
Super dope. Super dope. They got like right above the midsole area. There's patent leather. It looks like the elephant print is black. And then I seen a couple details on Instagram, like little early looks. They got like the laces have like elephant print on the laces, but it's dark. You can't really tell just from that picture. But that's pretty dope.
Little details like that. Makes it interesting.
Yeah. So it should be a pretty simple shoe to get, but again, the climate in the sneaker world right now is so different. When I went to Harlem, I seen Legend Blue 11 still there. Mm-hmm. And this was a week after their release. I seen Black Cement 3s there. I seen like Olive 9s. I seen a bunch of J's just in Champs. So
what would you say that's a good thing or that's a bad thing?
For those who collect sneakers, it's a great thing. Mm-hmm. You can just go into the store and buy a pair of J's. That's like the old days, right? It's not like bots and raffles and you know what I'm saying? Although in high school, I do distinctly remember in high school when the 11s came out, them boys sold out. And if you didn't get the Concords, which I didn't get the Concords, I did have the Breads, but I didn't get the Concords. And it was kind of crazy. The Breads, we left school at lunch to go to the mall, grab them. Coliseum Mall in Hampton, Virginia, grabbed the mugs and came back to school. A couple kids went to Newmarket Mall. So if you from the Hampton Roads area, man, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so along with that, we got there's some Kobe 5s that's releasing as well. They're called the Kobe 5 Protro, the Year of the Mamba Eggplants. So those are pretty dope.
Yeah.
They're pretty dope. So those are releasing on the Sneakers app, and these are releasing January 9th. So what's that? Thursday.
Okay.
So they'll be Thursday, 10 a.m. on your Sneakers app. You can check them out. You might be able to get them at boutiques. Tier 0 boutiques may have them. You're in this area, your Burn Rubber 218 exhibition. And if you live in other areas, your alma mater, social status, stores like that, your tier 0 store should have those, but they may not. The Kobe is so different. Like the 2 Kobe's I hit on, the Girls Dad and the Venice Beaches, the Venice Beach 8s, I hit on those at Foot Locker on the east side.
Right.
So the Foot Locker here on the east side is almost like a tier 0. They get certain hype shoes.
Yeah, they get a lot.
But they don't get Travis's though. They don't get no Travis. But they get certain shoes that a lot of other Foot Lockers won't get. You know what I'm saying? So, but check them out, man. Check out your boutiques and the sneakers app and raffles and everything like that. If you like those Kobe's, I like them. I think they're dope.
Yeah, I like the eggplant. Is that like a snake?
The year of the Mamba. So that's the thing.
Why is it year of the Mamba?
I think this year. Don't quote me. Don't abuse me in the comments. But I think this is the year. I think it's like the Chinese calendar has different animals each year. I think this the year of the snake. I don't know.
It would make sense.
I'm just guessing that.
Though. Yeah,
I'm guessing that.
It would make sense.
Knowing how popular Kobe was out east, so I don't know. Okay. I don't know. So,
that makes sense.
But that's the thing that seems logical to me, man. Right. So those are your 2 sneakers that's really as we pan down through January. There are some Air Force One All Stars, black and metallic. That's releasing on the sneakers app. She don't like them. I think they're dope. They're coming out.
Shiny shoes just don't do it for me like that.
You,
like metallic, like all metallic.
Yeah.
Shoes.
But I mean, it's not all metallic. It's like the heel is metallic. So metallics, black and metallic.
6
silver.
out of 10.
6 out of 10. I'll rock them. They cool. I won't go for them, but I mean, they 130.
They look too costumey.
They do look a little out of my element, but. And then you got some Jordan 1 Low Lunar New Year's that's pretty dope. And they will release...
Is that like a teal
it's
color?
Photon Dust.
Like that teal color with it? Oh, yeah.
So they 160. That's kind of expensive. Normally Jordan 1 Lows are 140. So the materials do look kind of premium. That look like that soft buttery leather and look like that check is a little suede. So 160 January 29th on the sneakers app. So... those are really the sneakers that's on the list for me. I may go for the Black Hat 3s for content purposes, and I kind of like them. I like black sneaks.
Yeah,
but
it's a nice looking shoe. Even though it is black on black on black on black, I think it's the different textures that they're playing with that kind of gives it a little bit more. Yeah. It gives it a more interest. It's more interesting to look at.
And then MJ was known as the Black Hat too, one of his monikers. So, hey, I'm gonna go for them. They 200. I'm pretty sure I hit on the Flex app. It's not a big deal with me with Flex. But hey, man, I invested a lot of money in getting shoes from there. So when I go for stuff on Flex, I pretty much hit because of my points. Yeah. But anyway, as we move on, we want to keep talking about the sneaker community. So if you guys haven't. We're going to switch gears a little bit. If you guys haven't been hearing or listening, if you're familiar with the rapper Jim Jones from Harlem, he's from Harlem, from the group The Diplomats. Cameron, Jim Jones, Hell Rail, these guys. Mace, they all from the same neighborhood or whatever. Dame Dash, all of them. So, Jim Jones, the rap, hip-hop, and sneaker culture, they're kind of...
They go hand in hand.
They go hand in hand. They're like cousins, right? So, the thing about it, he made some really, really flagrant... I'll say flagrant, but he made some comments that have some truth to it. But when he added his own... I guess you could say he added his own 2 cents to it, then he kind of lost me, right?
Yeah, I think...
So let me read the comment.
Read it first,
let me tell the people what he said.
And then I'm going to give my opinion.
And I'll let Lily go first, and then I'll go. So Jim Jones says sneaker culture started with drug dealers. Argue with your mama. Okay? All right. Now, that has some truth to it, right? That has some truth. Some truth, right? So then he says, in the description of that post, he says, who made Nike and Reeboks fly? And before that, Pumas and Adidas. Michael Jordan made them, but the drug dealers made me want to buy them. Nowadays, basketball sneakers are not fashionable anymore. Why a lot of sneaker companies, that's why a lot of sneaker companies are losing right now. Y'all gotta understand, his grammar is terrible. I'm just, I'm just keeping it a buck. His grammar is terrible, so I'm kind of like, editing as I'm reading it. So I be watching, and he put I in the letter B. I be watching all these weird dudes doing sneaker shows and sneaker reviews. Never had to hustle to get a pair. They don't know he spelled the with TH, the risk to thrill factor. Most of them never had a pair of Jordans when they came out. He spelled came, CAM, came out. They only brought. It's supposed to be bought, but he put brought retro. So, first off, Jimmy, come on, bro. Get it together. Put the weed down, bro. When you about to post, put the weed down and post, okay? That's first.
It sounded like you was fighting for your life. Trying to
dog. It's like, dude, what the heck, bro? So,
Okay, so that's what he said.
You give your take. Because I got a take that I'm going to say, and,
So, my take...
I vehemently disagree with a lot what he said.
My take is... Okay, when he said the first part, about the whole drug dealer thing, okay, a lot of people in that, I guess... In the community. In that work. Yeah. They have the money and means to buy things
and they influence a certain demographic of the community.
Absolutely. For sure.
So he's
right on that end. Yep. But when you make that second part of the statement such a generalized statement, you make it to where it's no longer just about you. You make it seem like it's a whole blanket statement for the whole community. Yeah. And that's where I think it went left, because instead of it making it more of a personable, relation, like, okay, this is why I bought them. Mm-hmm. You make it seem that this is the only reason you have to buy them. Exactly. If that makes sense.
Like you're putting your form of gatekeeping on the culture. You're making yourself bigger than the culture.
Right.
And I have a huge problem with that. As y'all know, I told y'all there's no one person that's in this culture that says this is right, this is wrong, this sneaker is cool, this sneaker is not. Nobody can tell you that, right? And that's the beauty of this culture, bro. We don't have that, and we don't need that.
Right.
I felt like this was a bunch of horse garbage. This was rubbish. This was garbage to me. You know what I'm saying? Were you done? Because I want you to finish.
I guess I'll just finish off with saying...
I'm sorry,
when you make statements as part of a community that there's many people a part of, don't try to make it like there's tiers to, okay, you didn't have to hustle to get... Okay, yeah, maybe because my parents had a good job and they bought it for me.
Maybe I came up in Omaha, Nebraska, where I didn't have to sell drugs.
You make it such like, oh, you didn't do it the way that I did it, so you're not worthy.
You're not cool.
Or you're not cool, or you're not, you're a phony.
You don't know nothing about this.
Because not everybody wants to hustle hard, dude. Sometimes we just want to sit down and just...
and hustle hard. We want to hustle hard in our secular way, but not everybody wanted to sell drugs. Not everybody glorifies that street life, right?
Exactly.
And I feel like that takes our culture so many steps backward when you
makes
try
it very stereotypical.
Yeah, when you try to put that twist or that connotation on it, like, oh, you had to have sold drugs. So I'm gonna just break down each and every... Were you done, baby?
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Forgive me. So you know how this hits me, right?
Right.
I was going crazy when Buck actually sent me this post. I seen the post Friday. I think it was Friday when he posted it. I seen the post, and I didn't really react because the sneaker culture started with drug dealers. The culture didn't start with drug, but it has some truth in the aspect of, the drug dealers had the accessibility to be able to buy every new sneaker that came out.
Right.
When we were kids, I'm 46 years old. Jim Jones is 48. So we speak the same language, bro. So I'm not one of these kids, bro. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not a gangster. Right? I'm a Bible student. I'm a Christian.
Right.
Right? So I'm not speaking that kind of language, so I'm not saying this to beef with Jim Jones, like, bro, come to the D, right, bro. No, I'm not saying that, but I am gonna tell you the truth, and I'm gonna speak to whoever listening like a man. At the end of the day, yes, drug dealers were in position to have certain shoes. When our mamas wouldn't buy us $100 shoes, the drug dealers was wearing them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so it influenced it from that regard. Like, yeah, I want the nice cars. Mm-hmm. I want the pretty girls around me. I want the nice clothes, the shoes. Right. I want the big wad $100 bills. I want that, right? As a little kid. But at the end of the day, bro, that's not how it started for everyone. Maybe for you. Yeah. Now, this is what I want to say. He says, who made Nike and Adidas? Okay, we get that. When he says this line right here, Michael Jordan made them. When he says who made Jordan and Nike cool, Michael Jordan made them, but the drug dealers made me want to buy them.
And that's fine.
So that's him. Right. That's his isolated viewpoint. Right. That's his vantage point. That's his life. That's Joseph's life. Right. Joseph, that's your life. That's not everybody else's life, bro. Mm-hmm. That don't make me a weirdo because I didn't sell a bunch of drugs, in which my past, I can choose to say some things on here about my past. I was raised, I didn't have a father. My dad wasn't in the picture. Mm-hmm. So the father that I had that I looked up to was a real gangster. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna put his name out there. You know him very well. Mm-hmm. He was a real gangster. Like for real gangster. Not some guy on
not some Rick Ross gangster.
Yeah, not no dude smoking a bunch of weed with a bunch of guys with guns playing tough. No, he was a real gangster, bro. He did real gangster things. He did, and he raised me. He taught me things that, he did his best to keep me from that life. You know what I'm saying? But I still learned things from that life, and I did things that I'm not proud of, right? But at the end of the day, that doesn't make you less of a person in the culture because you did not sell drugs. Right. The line where he says, oh, I be watching all these weird dudes doing sneaker shows and reviews, never had to hustle to get a pair. They don't know the risk to thrill factor. What do you mean by that?
Why is that?
So I have to put my life on the line and my freedom on the line for a $200 pair of sneakers to be able to really understand what the culture means? Like, what are you really saying, bro? You not making sense. That's why I say put the weed down, bro. This is not about who's more gay. The sneaker culture is so much more than what you saying. Right. You're just looking at it from a little small piece of land in Harlem, New York. The sneaker culture is global, bro. Right. It's global. And it doesn't start with selling drugs. Okay, yes. The drug dealers and people who... And then they impacted the want, right? Yeah. But when he says they made him want it, let me tell you about me, Joseph. I'm 48. I'm 46. You're 48. We speak the same language. We from the same generation. We seen the same things, right? I'm from Detroit, Michigan. You from Harlem, New York. Two rough places, right? But I'm going to tell you like this, bro. I was raised in that lifestyle, but the guy that raised me, the family member that raised me, he wasn't into sneakers like that. He didn't make me want sneakers. Michael Jordan made me want sneakers. Mm-hmm. I was a hooper. I played basketball. I know a lot of y'all who sell drugs and all that. Y'all hoop too. But at the end of the day, bro, that didn't make me want. I seen all the drug dealers, man. They be at the crib, everything, bro. Mm-hmm. It be like on Goodfellas. It was a glorious time. You had Pete the Killer, Freddie No Nose, right. Jimmy 2 Times. We're going to get the papers. Like that kind of life. I lived that. I know what that's like, bro. Yeah. So when you talk like that, like no, bro, you're trying to cut off a whole demographic. Like, no, since you didn't grow up in an impoverished area and you didn't sell drugs, you don't know the risk to thrill. I bet you every kid
I'm so glad that I don't know that risk.
Yeah, right. I don't want my children to know that. Right. You feel me? Right. So at the end of the day, you're making it like it's a one-way street. Mm-hmm. Like the sneaker culture started from that only. No, bro. That's probably in your area. Mm-hmm. That's why I says it has some truth to it. Yeah. Right? It does have some truth. So and I'm not saying he's a liar.
As long as he would have kept it more personal, like
then he started taking shots at other people. Oh, you never had a pair of original Jordans when they came out. Yes, I did, bro. I had multiple pairs, dog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But I didn't. But does that
don't make you less?
Right. So
that's what I'm saying, bro.
If you
like,
would have just left it in a more personal, like, okay, this is how I grew up in it. This is what it means to me.
And I think a lot of people, a lot of people are scared to say stuff because it's Jim Jones. Whatever. My platform ain't that big where Jim Jones gonna see it and, oh man, I'm sending my wolves out from Harlem to Detroit, bro. Whatever, bro. I don't care. I don't fear none of y'all. That's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all breathe the same air we breathe, right? So it's nothing like that. And I'm not saying this to be disrespectful to him. I like you as an entertainer.
Right.
I like Jim Jones as a rapper, as an entertainer. I like his swag. How he dressed like back in the like early mid 2000s with the the tight t-shirts, baggy jeans, the rope chains, and the chains on your belt. Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Like with the Nike boots and all that. Dog, I mean, that was cool, bro. I like Jimmy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, but when you start talking like that, now you don't see me going in the rap game. Yeah. Like, if you never sold 1 million records, then you're not a real rapper. Like, that's how stupid does that sound?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially when you're not really part
and when you're not really part of the culture. Mm-hmm. So I can appreciate the culture from afar because I like that as a form of entertainment.
Right.
Right? So I can appreciate it, but come on, bro. Like, what are we really doing, man?
Yeah. So let us know your thoughts.
Yeah, guys. Y'all comment down below. Let me know
your thoughts on what, maybe how you guys get into this, your
Joseph
personal
Guillermo.
stories.
I think that's his name. That's what Buck
your personal, ties to the sneaker culture. Just make it personal, and again, there's no right or wrong answer.
Yeah, there's no, and
just
I don't
try not to make it a blanket statement where it involves everyone in the community, because then that becomes a problem.
I just don't want people who are new to the community, who have a love or who want to be a part of this culture, look at it like, oh, well, I didn't sell drugs. So I can't. I don't really know what's going on. That's totally erroneous, bro. Yeah, that's erroneous, and that's ignorant. Yeah. That's ignorant to even say that, to try to make people feel like they don't belong here.
Yeah.
Like, it is some weirdos in this culture. There are bad apples everywhere, bro. Mm-hmm. There are some guys who in it just for profit. They don't even care about the sneaker. They don't care about the Jordan 3s, 1988, what Jordan did. They don't care about none of that. And then I seen certain guys who literally, that's in this culture. I seen clips of Jim Jones not even knowing the name of certain sneakers, but now you want to talk about who really do you really know your sneakers, bro? Right. So let's keep it a bag. You know what I'm saying?
Slow down there, bucko.
Let's keep it 100. You know what I mean? Right. Just don't. I think the thing that kind of grind my gears, and I spoke with Kari, Sneaker Fetish. Mm-hmm. Me and him had a nice conversation, a two-way conversation, and He didn't know about the comments that he made. Because he was like, yeah, there is some truth to it. Mm-hmm. And I agree. I'm like, yeah, there is. The Dope Boys did have a hold on the community because that's what guys looked at as. That's what we had to look at. Those of us who didn't have a father.
That was your role model.
That was my role models. That's who I wanted to be like, right? But after, so many mistakes and bumping my head trying to be something I'm not for years and years and years, that's when I realized, like, that's not who I am.
Right.
Keep getting in trouble, not really making no money, like thinking like I'm going to be like Scarface one day and, be able to leave the game. And no, bro. It's the real life thing. It's like, no, that's not me. I've been to jail a few times and all that. It's not nothing to glorify. It's not nothing. That's not cool. Mm-hmm. When I was in jail, it wasn't like, yeah, boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some girls didn't come out the ground and the gold chain started falling on my neck and a microphone came on and I just sat there and I thought about the illest rhyme and I wrote it down. I didn't think that when I was in jail, bro. The 5 times I went, I didn't think that. Like, I hated it. All 5 times I hated it. You feel me? Like, so there's nothing to glorify, bro. Yeah. So let's not make kids, because you got to think. You have a platform, Jim. Mm-hmm. You got a platform. People listen to you, right? And younger kids may look at that and say, well, I'm going to go out here and sell some drugs, when they don't even have to. They probably got a mama and a daddy who would give them whatever their heart desire. Right. But they want that thrill to risk factor that you're saying.
Right.
Like, you're glorifying something that they shouldn't be glorifying, bro. And I know you got kids, bro. Why would you even say that?
Right.
So, I don't know, man. It is what it is.
You can't expect people to think how
nope,
we would
you
think.
Can't. You can't.
And then be upset when they react.
And look,
way,
man.
So.
You a cool guy with me. I ain't got no beef. I don't want no smoke. Whatever. But when you start talking about the sneaker culture, yeah, I'm a voice in the culture. My voice isn't bigger than other people's, and it's not smaller than other people's, but I am a voice. So I have that. The culture depends on me to speak up for it, right? Mm-hmm. It depends on me to speak the truth. And when somebody is lying on something that I love, that I breathe, that I live every day, then I have to defend it. I have to say something.
Right.
I have that onus to say something. And that's incorrect, bro. That's wrong. That was irresponsible to even say that, bro. So, yes, drug dealers, dope boys, they had an impact on us wanting things when we were younger as kids.
But they weren't
they didn't start the culture. Right. Don't say that.
Yeah.
Stop it.
They weren't the only
Michael Jeffrey Jordan started the culture. If Michael Jordan never hooped, we wouldn't have sneaker culture the way it is. And that's not saying that his shoes is the only shoe, but he made getting sneakers cool.
Yeah.
Run DMC, they did too with the shell toes, tougher than leather days. I'm told you, I'm 46. I remember them days. I remember I couldn't go to the AMC on Southfield, on Greenfield, and like 9 Mile because they had tougher than leather showing up there. Dudes was getting shot. So come on, bro. I know what I'm talking about. So don't do that. All right, let's just keep it a buck, man. Let's just keep it a buck. But we're gonna digress. We're gonna keep it moving, man, because this is a topic.
Let me take your soapbox. From you.
Yeah, man. Because this is a topic I can continue to go on. And me and Buck had a long. That's why me and Kari had a long conversation. Me and Buck had a long conversation. Excuse me. Me and you had a long conversation. I
even had, and I'll end it with this, so we can move on to our next subject.
Mm-hmm.
When you made the statement about how Jordan made it to where it was cool for a certain, I guess, demographic in this sense, to get sneakers or whatever. And then I said, well, down the line, I mean, you look at Allen Iverson. He kind of gave that new feel with the braids tattoos, and and how
he had cool sneakers
and how it had evolved. And he wore Reebok, so it's like it wasn't because he was wearing Jordans or anything. He brought that flavor, that new life to the fashion and self-expression. And I think that's what's important, because as time goes on, you are going to see different trends. You are going to see different ways they are implemented in people's lives, and for you to say something as irresponsible as only this is the only way.
Yeah, you don't know the culture for real because you never sold drugs. That's very ignorant. That's very just irresponsible. And then on top of that, just one last thing too, as I give my last piece on this, think about every facet of entertainment. Not everybody in entertainment is athletes, entertainment, whatever, had to have some sort of impoverished, just super ghetto, just impoverished, rags to riches story. Everybody don't have that journey, bro.
Yeah.
Some people have their mom and dad. Look at Grant Hill, one of the greatest players of all time if he never got injured.
Yeah.
His daddy played football and his mama was a lawyer. And he was one of the greatest basketball players ever, bro.
It had nothing to do with
him being in the streets. Yeah. Look at Kanye West. Kanye West tell you he didn't sell drugs. He wasn't no drug dealer. Look at him. I mean, he's a little off right now, but you can not, like you say, you can never make me hate Kanye. Kanye, I love Kanye. You know what I'm saying? I don't love the things that he do and that he say sometimes, but man, come on, bro.
Give me that graduation album,
man. What? All them albums.
Right.
Just think about the impact he had on music. Period. Yeah. He had a chokehold on the music style. From writing songs, producing, and making his own. Triple-double, no assists. You know what I'm saying? Do the rap and the track. Triple-double, no assists. Like he a monster, bro. But that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody don't have to have that, Jim. Mm-hmm. Like, everybody don't need to sell drugs to know what life is like.
Right.
To understand life and to understand or to be able to enjoy life, right? So I'm saying this from the standpoint of I know real gangsters, bro. Not rap entertainment. Even rappers even say when they rap about I shoot your mama and I shoot your dad. It's just entertainment. It's just lyrics. No, I know cats who really, really about that life, but they old now. They're old now. They retired. They like 50 and 60. I mean, they like 60. I'm 40. I'm 46. So they in their 60s, bro. So they not living that life right now. But come on, man, pony down, YBI. Y'all better understand Detroit. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm from Detroit for real. I live in the outskirts, but I'm from Detroit. So don't play no games, bro. But anyway, man, let's move on. We done with that. I just don't want nobody to feel like this culture is limited, to a certain demographic. The culture loves everyone, bro. Just understand that, y'all.
So let's move on to some sports.
Let's get to the sports.
So we're gonna do a very quick, because we have some things that we want to talk about. Yeah, we got
a lot to talk about.
Let's just do a quick rundown on the standings and scores of the NBA.
Yep. So NBA. So tonight, which is Sunday, which is technically Monday morning, but Sunday, the Kings beat the Warriors 129-99, popped them by 30. Y'all know I got to look at these box scores, man, where they just went ham on us, man. Like Kevin Huerter off the bench,
I seen Steph
dropped
didn't have
16.
No assists.
Malik Monk dropped 26. Domantas Sabonis 22. DeRozan, he only dropped 12. But their whole starting five had double figures. We come down to Golden State. Draymond, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 fouls. 4 for 8 shooting. Draymond been hitting his threes. He 2 for 4 from 3. Yeah, Steph Curry, no assists, 26 points, 30 minutes, 8 for 12 shooting, 4 for 8 from 3, and 7 rebounds. So 26 points.
That's
and then Wiggins,
horrible.
7 for 13. Well, it was horrible with no assists. He didn't get nobody else involved. He normally had, like the other night, he had like 38 and like 9 assists, 10 assists. Yeah. So, they just got popped, man. They need to make some changes.
They really do. Golden
State you're wasting my guys. Like the other night, what was that? The Christmas Day game against LA. I don't even know if we didn't have an episode because that would have been last week's episode, the Christmas Day game.
Yeah.
So on Christmas Day, the Lakers and Golden State faced off, which is a LeBron, Steph Curry showdown. And at first, I always say that LeBron he's got Steph Curry's number. He always punks him, right? Does. But Steph wasn't going for it this game. Yeah. The second half,
no more.
Yeah, we are not little no more. Come on, like he went in, dog. He had a great game.
Yeah.
I think he had like 38, but they're wasting the twilight of Steph's prime. Yeah. Because he's in the twilight of his prime. He'll still hit you for 50.
Right. It's kind of like
we on that. We over. You know how stories have like the intro, the plot, the climax, and then we over the climax. We on that decline.
The little dip.
But we still in the prime a little bit.
In the top still, but
it's coming down.
But
the Warriors are wasting it. This lineup that they have. I think they just need. I mean, you let Clay go. You might as well let Draymond go.
Might as well.
Steph has to get away from Draymond. I think Draymond is detrimental to his success now.
Yeah.
Right. He did his thing. He's got some good years in. But man, when you know what I'm saying, like him and Buddy Hield then got into it. He yelling at Buddy Hield like a little kid on the court. And then when the journalist, I asked him about it, and I'm talking about Draymond Green, when the journalist asked him about it in the post game, why were you yelling at, because he was like yelling obscenities at Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield is a grown man, bro. Like, come on, man. He's more of an offensive threat than you are, Draymond. Like, let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck, man. You made your success. You were successful off of the system that you play in and the people that you played around. You played with the two greatest shooters of all time.
On a bum team, and he won't be able to make them a great team.
Yeah, no. He's not that kind of player. But his brain, he thinks he's that, right?
Because that's all he knows.
Because
all he knows.
Steph Curry, you my guy, but Steph Curry has to have that MJ, Kobe mentality. Like, hey, no.
I think we're at a point now where we know that
he's just not. That's not him. So, that's just not Steph. So. When Steph cried on the court, you lost me a little bit, dog. Like, you can't let this man make you cry. Like, he cried like real tears, bro, and that hurt me because that's my guy.
Right.
And it's like, man, that just showed me a lot. Like, you wouldn't catch MJ caught dead crying on the court. MJ would be like, Phil, get him out the game right now. Get this guy out here.
So you know with the Warriors, where they're at, they do need to rebuild. They do need to break the team up and just.
They're a 500 team, man. Right. They're a 500 team.
Let's rapid fire the other scores now that we talked about.
So other scores, we got the Celtics lost to the Thunder. The Thunder, I think the Thunder done won like 15 in a row. The Cavs beat the Hornets. Pelicans beat the Wizards. Jazz beat the Magic. And the Rockets beat the Lakers. So let's look at that Lakers box score. So the news this week was LeBron James finally passed Michael Jordan for most 30-point games.
Yes, I seen that when I was at
my God. And wow, y'all making a big deal.
20 seasons.
It took him 7 more years to do that. Like, how is that like? And then the thing that I don't like, this is what I don't like about LeBron. This is what I don't like. He took a little shot. And he did a little passive aggressive. Oh, he's the reason why I wear number 23. It's because of him and this and that. But the way he said it, I knew what he was doing.
What was he
doing? I passed you. That's what he was doing, right?
Like in the last laugh.
Like on Cars 3, Jackson Storm. You remember Jackson Storm was doing Lightning McQueen? Oh, you're a legend. Like, he was doing that. Yeah. And that's that crap I don't like, bro. Like, it's cool, but whatever. He got LeBron gonna have the best long-term stats because he played the longest.
Right. I mean, it's only.
But MJ accomplished double what he accomplished in less time, so it's like whatever. So but they lost to the Rockets, and LeBron was 8 for 16 shooting, 4 for 7 for 3. He had 21 points, 9 assists, and 13 rebounds. So Anthony Davis went off. Even Anthony Davis said that. The reporters asked him. He said it jokingly, but he was like, "Oh yeah, it took him 7 years to do it." Like, when your teammates say that, you know how LeBron is. He's super sensitive. He gonna be mad.
After him.
They got to an argument. Why you say that, bro? So, but that's your NBA scores, man. We just wanted to run through that real quick because we gonna spend the bulk of this show talking about. Is this something else? I feel like it was something else I wanted to talk about. We'll get into it in the football. It was Tyreek Hill.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right.
No. How dare I? The Pistons.
Oh, yes. That's
the Pistons didn't play tonight. They played last night.
Yeah.
They played
against Minnesota.
The Minnesota Timberwolves and beat them 119-105.
Yes.
Although Anthony Edwards did score 53 points, right? He had 53, and Cade Cunningham, though, had 46 and 9, bro. 40 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists. Pistons look good, bro. We're a game under 500 with 17 and 18. They're a game under 500. We had the worst. Yeah, we're 7. We 7 and 3 in our last 10. We had the worst record last year. Like, absolute worst. Like, not the worst work. I think the Wizards were a little bit worse than them, but we were at the bottom. But now
horrible.
These young cats is balling, man. Yeah. I like what they doing. So salute to the Pistons.
And oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to talk about what Anthony Edwards said.
Oh, okay. Before you get into that, I just wanted to quickly say it's great that, our Pistons are doing big things, especially, as we're growing and we're, But at the same time, I'm still not watching basketball like that. No,
the ratings are still down. I mean, football has a chokehold on viewership right now. So it's all about football. I
just wanted to point that out real quick because it was like it's been on my mind since we started talking about it here on the podcast.
It'll pick up around All-Star time, and
probably hopefully. Or once football has ended.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's All-Star.
Yeah, and I just been very mindful about like what I've been watching on TV, and it just does not interest me.
Yeah, it's not
to watch the NBA.
It's really not. The Warriors was on tonight, and I ain't look at it. Not one peep. I ain't turned.
It's very understandable though because we had a big game tonight, you guys.
Yeah, but I mean, even on commercial breaks, I ain't even turn it. I just was like, nah, I'll just stick with the Lions.
So go ahead with what Anthony Edwards said.
Anthony Edwards was talking about they lost the game. So let's look at which game did they lost. So they lost against the Celtics the other night. And after that game, I think Anthony Edwards shot very, very bad. He had a bad shooting game. He was 5 for 16. And what's that? 15 points, 2 for 9 from 3. But even before that, they lost a game before that, and he shot the ball horrible. Mm-hmm. And I think the reporters asked him a question, and he said something along the lines of being double teamed. They asked him about double team, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not just that type of player to be able to, to pass the ball the whole game." And it was like a cry. He's like, "I'm only 23," and it was like, bro, come on, man. Nobody wants to. No, but see, at the end of the day, nobody wants to hear that because you done went and told everybody how great you are. You done went and told everybody you would do this to MJ. Right. You done went and told everybody you better than Steph on the Olympic team.
You know what this
You the first option.
This reminds me of when you play 2K and they give you 2 options on how to answer a question, and when you choose the wrong one, your team grade.
Yeah, your teammate grade go down.
That's what this reminds me of. Like your teammate grade just went down. Bro.
Yeah, bro. Nobody wants to hear that, bro. We're not gonna boo-hoo. Oh, he's only 23. No, bro. We don't want to hear that because you ran your mouth. Now, what I will say after he said those comments, and the internet kind of had their way with him, he did drop 53 on the Pistons. But it's funny how Detroit beat Minnesota Timberwolves and beat the Minnesota Vikings. So Minnesota, we got y'all number. Mm-hmm. Don't come here no more. So, but anyway, I just thought that was interesting because you wouldn't be caught dead hearing Kobe Bryant
saying something
complain about a double team.
Man.
You wouldn't hear Michael Jordan complain about a double team. This generation of complainers in the league, right? It's ridiculous.
I wish sometimes we record our initial conversations about these topics because it's like
y'all don't want to hear me when
we talk about these things, and we dissect it so well, but by the time we talk about it on the podcast, it's like, dang, what did I say? Because I know it was so profound.
That's why they need to start writing more down. But you see, I kept everything about Jimmy. That Jim Jones, I kept all that because that was close to heart. I kept that.
No, but it definitely is a little that teammate grade kind of went down a little bit when he said that because you were high and mighty when you was when they was Olympics winning and there was Olympics.
See, when you had Karl Anthony Towns, you was that guy. Now you ain't got Cat no more.
And it's like
everybody keying in on you.
Right. When you get paid millions of dollars and you want to complain about being double teamed, that you're a brat. You're being a brat.
That is being bratty. Like I wouldn't have said that, man.
No, that's something that you keep to yourself.
But but you know what? The internet and the media is going to pacify it.
Yeah.
They're going to pacify it. Some people on the internet was like, no, they didn't buy it. Like people like in my generation and like a little bit younger, our generation, they was like, no. But the younger people, they going to, man, he only 23. He only this. Yeah, well.
Maybe the NBA should change the rules about double team. Yeah,
change the rules about double teaming. You can't double team unless, I don't want to hear it, bro. They already
hand checked.
The physicality is basically removed from the game.
Yeah.
So it's an offensive game, so every game is going to be 130 to 150 points a night.
He was quick to say what he would do to Jordan, but at the same time, they wrote a whole book on how to defend Jordan.
Yeah, they had the whole Jordan rules on MJ. They was knocking MJ out the air, bro.
Let me do my shrug.
You know what I'm saying? That's the comparisons, bro, but that's what the media does.
Right.
Because they have to perpetuate something. They have to keep crap going. They have to stir the pot. So they'll say asinine things. Anthony Edwards is like Michael Jordan. Can he win something first?
Right.
Can he do something first?
Mm-hmm.
Like what he in his 3rd, 4th year? Like can he do something? Like he's a great player, no doubt. But we come on, man, you just put him to the top.
Right.
Like he go through Magic, he go through Kobe, Shaq, everybody. You just go straight. He like Jordan.
Right.
How? Yeah. What did he do? MJ. It's only one person in the history of the NBA to win the NBA Finals MVP, the regular season Finals MVP, the regular season MVP, Finals MVP, first team All Defense, first team All NBA, and lead the league in scoring. You know who did that?
Kobe.
MJ did it. There's 4 people that did it. You know their names?
No.
MJ, and MJ. The only player in history to do that. So when you got that, there's no GOAT debate.
Right.
So Gilbert Arenas, shut your mouth. All you other guys, shut your mouth. Stop the banter. Stop the polluting MJ's legacy to try to uplift somebody else. Stop trying to dog my guy out Let his legacy be his legacy, bro. Nobody can't do nothing to that legacy. When Nick Wrong and all them tried to say, oh, the 1988 season, which is the greatest individual performance season in the history of the NBA, oh, he didn't win. They was lying on his steals. Remember they was trying to take away from that? They was lying on his steals. Cause man, I cannot.
What episode?
I don't like y'all.
What episode was that we talked about that? So they
and those guys.
Go back to our previous episodes where we talked.
I don't care if you played in the NBA. I don't care if you got a Nobel Peace Prize. I don't care if you got a Golden Globe. I don't care. I don't like you, bro. I don't like you. Whenever you try to take away from a man's legacy to uplift your little hero, and you say that you manufacture beef to manufacture hot takes just to keep attention on you, bro, you whack, man. You corny, bro. Get out of here, man. I don't care. Gilbert Arenas, you corny too, bro.
Let me take.
Dudes is cornballs, man. I can't stand them. But whatever, man. Let's keep it moving, man. So that'll do it for the NBA. Shout out to the Pistons, man. Y'all keep doing y'all thing. Detroit, we got so much motion. Let's stand up, man. Let's stand up. So let's move on to the NFL. We're going to close with the NFL. Mm-hmm. So the NFL, this was week 18. The final week of the regular season, which a couple of teams were on the bubble, needed help from other teams. They needed to win themselves, then they needed other teams to lose, and da-da-da-da. So let's go through. So on yesterday, which is Saturday, Saturday.
We don't have to keep telling them that it's Sunday morning right now.
The Ravens and the Browns, Cleveland and Baltimore played. The Ravens won 35-10. Mm-hmm. The Bengals and the Steelers played, where the Bengals beat the Steelers 19-17. Now the Bengals made a run towards the end of the season.
They did.
Too little, too late, though.
Yeah. They
dug themselves in a hole. Joe Burrow had a MVP type season, but you can't give an MVP to somebody who don't even make the playoffs, right? Yeah. Like that, those stats are great stats now. Like he has some stats, man.
You didn't
40 plus touchdowns, prize. Less than 10 interceptions. He threw over almost 5,000 yards, 4,919 yards. You know, but you didn't even make the playoffs. You had a winning record, 9-8, so you were above 500.
Yeah.
But you didn't make the playoffs. So it's kind of all for nothing. They dug themselves in the hole too early, and it's not his fault.
It's not.
It's not his fault.
It's also the problem
because he can't play defense too.
The mentality also is, it's the beginning of the season. Oh, it's just game 1. Oh, it's just game 2. These games matter,
and I don't think. I think
I'm not talking about the Bengals. I'm just talking about in general.
And I'm just saying. I think that attitude is more adopted in the NBA, and that's why regular season viewership is down. Because, and low key, and I'm not trying to abuse this guy, but LeBron started that. Kind of just coasting through the regular season and then turn it on the playoffs. Right? Because it's just and then the media trumps up that, it's just a regular season game. It's just, and then you got Popovich sitting dudes throughout the year. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
trend.
Yeah, and that's why viewership is down now. Nobody you got dudes sitting down. If I work my butt off to get some tickets, which it's a family of 4 that lives here. So if I want to go see Steph Curry play the Detroit Pistons, I'm going to have to pay like $300-$400 for us to get in the building, right? Not count parking, parking I ain't got to worry about that because, I'm connected. But not counting food and, whatever. So let's say $500 for that night, and say Steph Curry decides, I don't want to play because I'm tired. I wasted my $500.
Yeah.
What if my kid loves Steph Curry? He wants to be like Steph Curry, but Steph I don't want to play. And I'm just using that as an example.
Yeah.
A realistic example.
For the NFL, with it being such a
So I don't think they adopt that mentality because it's a smaller season.
A little bit they do, especially when it's a new season, because, every season is different in the NFL.
Yeah.
With the NBA, you have the trend of, okay, if you're a good team, you're a good team for a couple years. In football, it's a lot different because every year, somebody coming up.
The Chiefs, though.
And
the Chiefs is the exception to that.
Yeah, but I do hear talk in the first, I would say 3 weeks. It's always like that's just how I see it. That's your opinion,
right? And that's your opinion. I don't see that with.
I do see it.
It's
football. The first game. It's just, it's we're still early in the season. Da, da, da. you can't adopt that mentality because, and then this stuff like this can happen.
Well, see, yeah, they dug themselves in a hole. They lost too many, but at the same time, the NFL is a lot different. This is why I disagree, is because the NFL is so different because the season is so short. The NBA is 82 games, so they can feel like they can blow a game or two, or you know what I'm saying. The NFL, each game means everything. Why do you think everybody played all the way down? Kansas City already locked down that number 1 seed, so they sat everybody today.
Yeah,
which they should have. It did show. They got popped today, but I'm just saying, they play all the way up, so they didn't take any nights off.
Yeah.
So you got to understand that in NFL it's only 17 games. So you got, and then look at the Lions. Everybody, I want to get into it, but everybody was getting at Dan Campbell for not sitting down people for the 49ers. Why would we blow that game, bro?
Yeah.
We don't want to adopt that mentality. Losing is okay. You try to win as many games as you can, bro. I don't know, but that's another thing. So the Bengals, man, I love Joe Burrow. Cincinnati is a dope city. Shout out to Tom and Michael, man. But sorry, y'all. So we move on to the Texans and Titans. A game that really didn't mean anything. Well, it meant something for the Texans. They had to win.
Yeah.
So the Texans and Titans, the Texans won 23-14. Panthers and Falcons, that was a really good game. That was a good game. So I really wanted the Falcons to win because I like Michael Penix Jr. I think he's I think he's going to be a great talent. But the Panthers beat them in overtime, 44-38.
Yeah, it was touchdown for touchdown.
Bryce Young
touchdown for touchdown.
Bryce Young is starting to have fun again.
Yeah.
After he got benched early in the year, last year was a horrific year for him. Then the beginning of this year started off kind of in the same vein, in the same lane. But whatever they did when they sat him down and let Andy Dalton play like a few games, he just snapped back. He's having fun again. He's laughing. He's like, he was doing just little flip plays like Patrick Mahomes. He was out there. He was balling, man. 25 for 34, 251, 3 scores, no turnovers. And he ran 5 times for 24 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he accounted for 5 touchdowns.
I believe he ran in the game-winning touchdown.
No, he didn't. No, it wasn't him in overtime. It wasn't him. That wasn't him. But it was the guy. I think it was Sanders.
Watching Red Zone, I mix up a lot of the games because they're all out on at the same time.
Yeah, we watch Red Zone every Sunday.
It's on all at the same time.
For multiple purposes, too. For you guys, and I'm in fantasy football, which I came in 3rd place this year, so whatever. But the league I'm in, man, it's like you get all these bonuses. If I would have known that you get all these bonuses, like extra catches, you get a point for a first down. I don't play like that. I play the default scoring. So I didn't know that until after I already got in that league. So it was like, whatever. And my boy, it's his league. Avery is Avery's league. So it's like he won. Yeah. So it's like, wow, the guy who designed the league wins. So it's like, whatever. But all these little bonuses, like one person can really beat you if they have a good game. And that's not how it should be. But whatever. Shout out to everybody in that league, man. I came in 3rd place. It's whatever. Last year I won a Super Bowl. Today, 3rd place. So I'm kind of frustrated about that. I'm a sore loser.
Yeah, I'm about to say he's a sore loser, guys.
So, and then we go down to the Saints and Buccaneers. The Bucs beat the Saints 27-19. What was dope about that game is they got Mike Evans his $6 million, dog.
$6 million?
No, $3 million. No. What's the name? Got $6 million.
Right. It was
Gino.
Yes, Gino got 6.
He got 6. Mike Williams got a $3 million bonus for
$3 million
getting a 1,000-yard season, and he needed 5 yards. It was like 30 seconds left, and the Bucs got the ball, and they threw it to him. He got like 7 yards. So on top of his salary, that's a bonus. That's crazy. $3 million. Like cha-ching.
And he was so hyped. I mean, rightfully so, man.
What I loved about it, his team was hype. His team was hyper than him.
Yeah.
And then I seen little clips when they were in the locker room. They was tripping.
Yeah. And I also feel like the opposing team kind of let it happen a little bit.
Oh, the Saints?
Yeah, I think they probably did. And
it's a brotherhood, bro. It's like, man, go ahead, get yours. Get your money, bro. That ain't bad. And then, he's got 11 consecutive years of 1,000-yard seasons, which ties Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice has a total of 14, which that's Him and Deion Sanders are my two favorite players of all time. It's no way you're catching that. You're not catching 14.
So, quick question before we move on to the next scores. What is the difference to you in Mike Evans getting his 1,000 yards and Josh Allen coming in?
Oh, so the Josh Allen thing. To get his consecutive
starts.
All right, the Josh Allen thing.
That was Josh Allen, right? The consecutive starts.
Yeah, he has 151 consecutive starts, which is the longest streak in the NFL today, and he says that means a lot to him, which is it's an Iron Man award, right? Mm-hmm. No matter you hurt, whatever. The NFL is such a bang bang game that you hurting and injuries, bruises and that we don't see
that much consecutively.
Yeah. So that's dope. That's dope. That's a lot. That's like 10 years. How long Josh Allen been in the league? That's a lot. That's a lot of starts, bro. Because you got to factor in playoffs. Right. Everything. So, to me, I feel like Mike Evans was more impressive. I think that what Josh Allen is doing, playing consecutively like that, is dope. Mm-hmm. That shows that he's durable, which is hard in the NFL, man. Look at the Lions. Right. Everybody's freaking hurt.
Right.
Terry and Arnold left. Who else do we got? God dang. I think it's impressive, but I think the Mike Evans is more impressive.
I would have to agree because it just made a point and you just have to start the game and kneel.
Yeah, he just started the game and just, hey, I got to start. Hey, 152, let's do it.
And you're consecutive, right. And as opposed to getting...
Like this dude...
For 11 years, 11 seasons.
What did he do today? Let me
11 seasons consecutively has had...
Then he had 9 catches, 89 yards today. So he put in some work. You know what I'm saying? Like he took some hits and
also because I don't like Josh Allen, so I'll just
she doesn't like Josh Allen.
So anything he does is I'm a little salty anyway. Right.
So speaking of the Bills, they lost to the Patriots 23-16. Again, Josh Allen didn't play. Mitchell Trubisky played. Mm-hmm. Then the Colts and Jaguars, that game didn't mean anything. Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely
and nothing. The Colts won in overtime 23-26. The Commanders and Cowboys. Commanders beat the Cowboys 23-19.
I believe the Cowboys had a chance to win and they blew it in that game.
Yeah, I missed that one.
Yeah.
So
again, if I'm mistaken,
I'm not paying Cowboys no attention that they need.
Please correct me in the comments if I made a mistake. Because
you ain't got to correct her. Cowboys is trash. Y'all be watching the playoffs.
But I'm just saying it in the sense because of Red Zone. I'm like mushing all these games together.
Yeah. So then you got the Eagles and the Giants, which really didn't mean anything. Giants is the worst team in the league. Eagles already had that number 2 seed locked down.
Right.
So Eagles beat them 20-13. They didn't even play none of their starters. Saquon didn't play. Jalen Hurts didn't play. Like they didn't play anybody. So then the Bears and Packers. Bears won 24-22, which
that was a game.
It was a good game.
In the end, it was a game.
The Packers just.
They blew it. How can you give them a whole minute left?
Yeah, you gave them 55 seconds left after y'all. Yeah, it's whatever. Hey, shout out to Chicago. I hate Green Bay less than... No, I mean, I hate Chicago. I hate the Bears less than I hate Green Bay. And I hate the Vikings less than... I think I hate Green Bay the worst. So if anybody listening to us in Wisconsin, I'm so sorry. Or if you're a Green Bay fan, I'm so sorry.
I know a couple Green Bay fans.
Yeah, Lil Wayne is a Green Bay fan, and whatever.
Lil Wayne is a Green Bay fan?
Yeah, he's a Green Bay fan. So
and yet he want to come. Never mind.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, man. I don't. I'm glad that the Bears won. Okay, but they blew it, right?
Yeah.
So.
That's what they get for not coming through for us last week. And then depend on Green Bay for nothing.
And then the Bears, I used to like the Bears at one point as a kid. And they had Walter Payton, they had Jim McMahon, Mike Singletary, that whole, the Fritz, William Perry, that Super Bowl winning team back in the 80s, man. One of my first signature player shoes, I had some Kangaroos, which were Walter Payton's. So Sweetness, before he died, one of the greatest running backs of all time. So I used to like the Bears, so I have a little love for the Bears. And then Chicago, I got so many people in Chicago.
I love Chicago.
Yeah, and we love Chicago, the city itself. So let's move on. The Seahawks beat the Rams 30-25, which the Rams didn't play their starters. They didn't have nothing to lose. The Seahawks, that's where Geno Smith he got his $6 million. He got $2 million for three accolades.
I think it was
that he
1,000
achieved.
Yards, something, right?
Yeah, the most yards of his career. 10 wins.
That's
franchise
right.
got 10 wins and something else.
Yeah,
it was something else he got.
$6 million.
But $2 million each. That was $6 million. A $6 million bonus, cashing him out. And he going on vacation.
Right.
Seahawks are eliminated from the playoffs. Well, they're not eliminated. They didn't make it. So then we got the Dolphins and Jets, where Aaron Rodgers played his best game when it didn't mean absolutely anything. Right. I can't stand Aaron Rodgers, so
they're already alluding to him retiring.
Yeah,
so they
go.
To make a whole,
go ahead, sit in your dark place and be in the darkness and
wherever he went. What was it that he went on this retreat?
Yeah, do your thing. Go ahead. You can stay on retreat now, bro. Lie about getting your COVID shots and all that. Go ahead, bro. Jets, they won 32-20. They beat the Dolphins. So at the end of the game,
let's talk about it real quick.
Tyreek Hill, I'm out. He said, I'm out. See, this is my thing. And this is the thing. Wide receivers, I love wide receiver. The wide receiver position is my favorite position to play. When I was little and I played, I was a great wide receiver, right? Mm-hmm. My son, Elijah loves playing wide receiver.
And he likes Tyreek Hill, too.
He loves Tyreek Hill. Cheetah is his guy.
Yeah.
That's it. He wants a Cheetah jersey, and I'm going to get him one. But the thing about this... Yeah, I got to see where you're going now. But bring him to Detroit. Come on, we'll take you. We'll take him.
He'll probably break up the chemistry.
No, he won't.
Yes, he
will. No, he won't. No. He'll fit right in. So, anyway... my thing is this: some of these wide receivers are very much divas, right? George Pickens in Pittsburgh, he's a diva. Then you got previous divas, Terrell Owens, and it's a lot of them, right? A lot of divas, because they get the flashy touchdowns.
Yeah, they're like the next to the quarterback.
Yeah. So, he showed a diva moment by saying that, and granted, you didn't make the playoffs, you hurt, you mad, you upset, you frustrated when you come from a Super Bowl organization. But you put your foot in your mouth, Cheetah. Mm-hmm. You said that Tua is the best quarterback you ever had. Mahomes was like, oh, really?
Oh, okay.
I'm going to get 2 more without you, bro. And I'm working on number 3.
And he did.
He's working on number 3 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta chill, and that's the thing where people be on that sensationalizing stuff and just saying stuff just because, and it's a hot take. And no, Tua is okay. He's a good player, a solid quarterback.
He ain't no Mahomes.
He can't stay healthy, but he ain't no Patrick Mahomes. He ain't no baby goat. A lot of people hate on the Chiefs. Hey, man, I'm a Detroit Lions fan because I'm from Detroit. I love Detroit. The only time I ever rooted against any Detroit team is when this man played. I was hardcore all the way Bulls. I didn't care. I hated the Pistons until he was eliminated. Then when he was eliminated, I loved my Pistons. Mm-hmm. But I don't root against it. So if it came down to Kansas City and the Lions, I'm rooting for the Lions, even though I love Baby Goat. That's my favorite player. That's Elijah's guy, too. Elijah, my son, loves Patrick Mahomes, too.
Our son.
Oh, yeah. Our son. Our son. We didn't adopt him. She had him, right? She had him. Mm-hmm. So, but anyway, yeah, man. Cheetah, you put your foot in your mouth.
That was just the wrong thing to say. And again,
you shouldn't have left, bro. You could have stayed. He could have stayed, but his head was big. He had the big head. They just won that Super Bowl, and they didn't give him the money that he thought he should have got. And it's like, bro,
you gotta
hold on,
right? Let us
wait a minute. You'll get it. Right. Let's get another ring. Let's get some of these rings.
Right, but I mean, like you said, he put his foot in his mouth. That's kind of what he gets, and it's very unfortunate because now. Right, because now you're going to be known as a player that hops to different teams. Oh, you lose, and you're just like, oh, I don't want to be here no more. See, it's that mentality.
You got to uproot your family.
Look at, who I respect, who I give my ultimate respect to? Larry Fitzgerald.
Oh, yeah. Fitzgerald was a consummate professional.
And he stayed with the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Through everything.
Everything. When they sucked and all.
And not one peep did you ever hear from Fitzgerald.
Never won the Super Bowl. He made it to the Super Bowl, but they lost.
And you never heard not one peep. Mm-hmm. He didn't go somewhere. And he had the talent to go somewhere else. He was wherever he wanted.
He was the number one receiver in the league for a long time.
He could have gone wherever he wanted. And not one peep.
Yeah,
so,
Fitzgerald was a beast. He a beast, man.
Me,
shout out to the legend. He's a legend
will definitely
for sure.
be one of those players for me. He's definitely a legend.
Absolutely. So as we continue with the scores, man, Jets and Dolphins. So the Dolphins lost. That eliminates them from playoff contention. Mm-hmm. They're no longer in the hunt. And then you got the Chiefs and Broncos. The Broncos beat the Chiefs 38 to nothing.
Shut them out.
I mean, Bo Nix did his thing, boy.
Right. They was out there having fun,
I mean, they was tripping out there. So
hey, that's how you go out, though.
Bo Nix, he was 26 for 29. Three incompletions, 321 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. And then he had 7 rushes for 47 yards. Like, 4 touchdowns, no picks, 300 yards, and only 3 incompletions. That's how you go out. Hey, man.
You got to get your
I don't care if the starters ain't in there. You got to play who line up in front of you. And Bo Nix was like, hey, we getting in the playoffs. Because the Broncos needed to win that to get in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So, they won that game in convincing fashion.
They did what they were supposed to do.
I mean, they defense, just look at Carson Wentz, man. What happened to Carson Wentz, bro?
He went from...
That dude was the man, bro. Like,
okay, I'm trying to think, backtrack where he played.
Eagles.
So he played with the Eagles.
The year the Eagles won the Super Bowl,
he was
the man through the first. Then he got hurt, and then Nick Foles came in and took him and won the Super Bowl.
That was the year when they
like
made
a Drew Bledsoe, Tom Brady thing.
They made that like miracle play or whatever. It was like a trick play at the end. Or
think
something.
so.
Was it that year?
I think it was that year. Okay. But anyway. What happened? But anyway, he was 10 for 17, 98 yards tonight. They didn't have any score, so, you know, most of the players you guys probably don't even know. They're second-string players, and they didn't even score a field goal. So they got shut out 38 to 0.
Jesus.
So
y'all still are professionals.
Yeah, right?
You still made the squad.
The Chargers beat the Raiders 34 to 20. The 49ers lost to the Cardinals. The Cardinals beat the Niners 47-24, which both of them teams were not in contention anyway.
I think I like dozed off when it was like 26-24. Mm-hmm. And I wake up and I look at the score. I'm like,
you was
what?
Like 24? You was like 47?
I was like, what? That one shocked me. I was like, wow, they really went in on that one.
So the game of the night that determined the number 1 seed in the NFC, and I said it in the middle of the season when we were probably like 9-1 or 9-2, whatever. Mm-hmm. We won 9-2, 9-1. We were, and I said, if we get the number 1 seed in the NFC, if everybody got to come through Detroit, we going to the Super Bowl. We going to the Super Bowl, y'all. We beat the Vikings 31-9. We smacked them around. We have the Vikings number. Mm-hmm. Justin Jefferson is by far my favorite receiver in the league right now.
He was locked down.
He couldn't do nothing, bro.
Robertson just locked him down.
And it wasn't even... I'm not even going to give Robertson that much credit because he killed him in that end zone play.
Had one play out of the whole night.
But no, it's not that. It's that our defense was in Sam Darnold's face. Sam Darnold... That glass slipper went away. Mm-hmm. Sam Darnold turned into Sam Darnold tonight. That's what it was, and I said that. Mm-hmm. I said Sam Darnold was going to be Sam Darnold. He didn't throw any picks. I thought he was going to throw a pick 6.
All right, I was itching
I was itching for Kirby to get him a pick 6.
Yeah.
But, you know, he didn't. And how Kirby don't make the Pro Bowl? Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense, y'all. But anyway, you lead the league in picks, but don't make this.
Everybody.
You lead the league in picks, but don't make the Pro Bowl? Make it make sense on the best team in the NFL. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Well, we're not the record. Yeah, we are the best team because Kansas City lost today, so they 15-2. We 15-2.
Yeah.
So we got the best record in the NFL, and we got the number 1 seed. Mm-hmm. It was not pretty, right?
No, it wasn't.
So you got notes. I know you want to.
I had little notes.
Things, but when the game first started. That first drive, it was super conservative, and I did not like that. And I know they were just trying to test the game and see,
right?
Kind of because it's a football. If y'all don't understand, it's just not guys with boosted up on testosterone running into each other, right? Mm-hmm. It's a chess match. So it boils down to coaching and then execution. So from a coaching standpoint and an offensive coordinator standpoint, Dan Campbell is trying to test out, see what Minnesota is showing them, right? Mm-hmm. What are they doing so we can combat that, we can adjust, and then, move forward. In which the first possession, we got a first down, punt. Right. Second possession, we get the ball, touchdown. Tonight was Jahmyr Gibbs' night.
Oh, yeah.
That's 4 touchdowns right there. Gibbs had 4 touchdowns.
And there was, and the main reason I feel like he had all them touchdowns was why.
Andrew, what's his name? Andrew.
I have it written down right here.
How you say his name?
Van Ginkel.
Van Gimmick. Or
Ginkle.
Ginkle. Yeah, Van Ginkel. He's a Pro Bowler too, bro. He a beast, bro.
Oh,
he smacked him, bro.
I wrote it right here. At 14 minutes and 15 seconds of the second quarter. I said Ginkle hits Gibbs.
Yeah.
Like I put hits in like underlined big letters.
He didn't. Yeah, he stuck him.
Smacked him.
He stuck him, bro. He got like when we was little kids and you get like I don't know. I'm gonna call this out to my man, dudes I grew up with. My man Red, D-Jack, my cousin Dwayne. Y'all remember? I think he passed now, but y'all remember Cullen from on Robeson. It was we had this dude in that we used to play at Peterson Park, play football all day long, dog. Mm-hmm. We used to play against blocks. We were Sussex. We used to play against like Robeson. We would play against other streets.
Y'all had your own little leagues and
stuff. And we was always the coldest team, right? Mm-hmm. So, dog, I remember this dude. He was on Robeson. This dude named Cullen. Cullen was in my grade. He was D-Jack and them like a year or two under me. Cullen was in my grade though. Cullen was this. He was always. I think he got murdered. I don't know what happened to Cullen, but he died young.
Yeah.
Cullen was stocky. Yeah. He was one of them like we in 6th and 7th grade. He got a mustache. Like he was one of them dudes. Like he developed. He was like built like a man. And he was fast and he had no fear. Like he didn't. So when you get the ball and you playing against Cullen, you try and get out of bounds, dog. Cullen used to stick everybody. Like he'll stick a grown man. Like Cullen, and it's just funny. That's how Jahmyr Gibbs got hit. He got stuck.
Yeah.
Like he got stuck, bro.
He was like, whoo.
Yeah.
He had to go on the sidelines.
Van Ginkel stuck him, bro. And it wasn't his fault because he's looking at the ball. Van Ginkel is a Pro Bowler, bro. Yeah. So he read that. He jumped the play.
And nobody was guarding him either.
It was that defenseless hit. It was like he couldn't protect himself, and it was just. And I think that woke Gibbs up. Gibbs like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take this. That's right. And Gibbs went off. So.
Oh yeah.
Jared Goff, I am not impressed with Jared Goff tonight.
No.
I am upset with Jared Goff for how he played, but we pulled it out. He made some good throws to pull it out, but. Man, it was tough. So, Jared Goff was 27 for 33, 231, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. One pick wasn't his fault, kind of. Because it was tipped at the line, and, he caught it. That other pick, it was like, what you doing, bro?
It was...
We just got the ball back. We stopped them on 4th in the red zone.
That's what I was going to say.
We had the ball on the 3? And he throws this bomb and just overthrew J-Bo.
47 yards, something like that.
Man, but it's like first down.
Right.
We just stopped Minnesota. We stopped them. They went for it on 4th down. Hey, y'all are not us. Stop going for it on 4th down. Y'all better start taking these points.
Right.
Y'all can't play our game. That's what we do.
Exactly.
That's what we do.
Right here.
We do that.
We got them playing our game.
Yeah,
we do that. Fewest attempts in the NFL.
Yeah, they had 10 attempts going for it on 4th down the whole season. Now you get to us with the game that means everything for the number 1 seed. Now you want to try to start going for it on 4th down? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, y'all not
they
us.
was 0 for 3 on 4th down, bro. Mm-hmm. Y'all not us, bro.
Right.
They not like us. They not like us.
So couple highlights that I had during the game was
that pick was it was terrible.
Yeah. I did appreciate how Reynolds, he kind of stepped up. He took Monty's place as running back. Gibbs wanted to go sit down, and he came in, and Reynolds. So he he did his part. He did what he had to do. So I appreciated
8 carries, 39 yards. He came in, like almost 5 yards a carry for sure.
So when we got to halftime, I wrote some questions, and I said that the O-line is looking lost.
Yeah.
And why isn't at that point I was like, why isn't St. Brown getting targeted more? But it was after the half he was targeted a little bit more.
And at halftime, to put it in perspective for you guys, halftime was 10-9.
Yeah. So it was close.
10-6. It was 10-6. They didn't get that.
Oh, that's
it was
right.
10-6 at halftime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was my question at the half. And then I need to write better notes because I can't. Okay, so this was my notes that I had. On the third quarter, that's when the Vikings didn't convert on the fourth and goal for the touchdown. And I said, defense is really stepping their game up as far as the Lions go. And then right after that, as I'm writing that,
that's when he threw the pick.
I said, turn around and Goff throws a pick.
I got a group of brothers that I text. My two of my best friends, Jared and John. We got a group that we text every Lions game. We just kind of, with Jared moving down to Tennessee, and and John stay on the other side of town and where he stays. I don't want to say where he stays, but where John stays on the other side of town from where I stay at. So we have a group chat where we talk about football. And I told him as soon as he threw that, I was excited. John had said something like, "Yeah, the defense on fire tonight." I'm like, "Yeah, dog, absolutely." Soon as I put sin on absolutely, Jared Goff threw the pick. I said, "Man, this game gonna make me cuss." They start cracking up.
Right. And I put in a note here, I said, this reminds me of the 49er game all over again.
Yeah, it did give me that vibes.
Those decisions,
so the things that made me kind of like a little ticked off. The first quarter, when we first started, we played real conservative. That's not us. Right. It wasn't us. We played conservative. Then we got that touchdown, and then it was like, we were like dead in the water. We didn't do anything. And then we went for it on fourth down. And when we didn't get that play call on 4th and inches.
Oh, yeah. I was
ticked off. Like, I'm not mad that they went for it. I expected to go 4th and inches.
Play.
It was the play. Like, why are we throwing it 30? I get it. It was a play action because they stacked the line thinking it was going to be a run. So it was a play action. Throw the defense off. But it was so stacked he couldn't get the ball out. They tipped it. Yeah, and it didn't get to. He was going for J-Mo. Like 20 yards down the field. I mean, a little flat, a little dump, a tush push, anything. 4th and inches, y'all.
And that was because when they challenged it, it went even closer.
Yeah,
because it was like half a yard. Because it was like half a yard. But they challenged it, and I don't think it was a successful challenge.
But they respotted the ball.
They respotted the ball to be closer. Yeah. And even then, it was like, what are y'all doing? Dog? So stuff like that reminded me. And when I say the 49er game, I meant from last season.
NFC Championship last season.
From last season, not the one last week. So it reminded me of that, and then
it gave me those vibes too. But the second half,
we caught it together.
Our offense finally woke up, and it was like this was Jahmyr Gibbs' night.
Oh yeah,
I think it was a blessing in disguise that Montgomery got hurt. It really unlocked Jahmyr.
His true potential.
It really unlocked him because now he's getting carries where he's getting. Hey man, he's getting stuck now. He's taking them hard hits. He's going up in the middle.
Right.
But that's unlocking him. That's making him better. And for him to rush for what? He had like 1,300 yards this season. Dog. He on some Barry Sanders type jump, bro. Beast. So, young cat. What's this, his second year?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Young, bro.
He's just a baby.
Young, bro. He do got that baby face. He ain't got no hair on his face and nothing. Super baby face. But that's my guy, man. Jahmyr Gibbs and Kirby Joseph. Kirby Joseph is my personal favorite player on the team. But I love Jahmyr too. Jahmyr is a beast. And we just turned it up on him, man. Yeah. We went, so we started off the first, it was 7. What is it? What is 7? So it was 7-3. Then they came down again. We stopped them on 4th. gave them the ball right back, and then they came down, and we stopped them again. They went for a field goal. So it was 7-6. And then right before halftime, we got the ball back just enough time to like 30 seconds.
Right.
They got an illegal procedure. They kicked it out of bounds. We got it at the 40. 2 chunk plays.
And you called it too.
Yeah.
Like before.
Two chunk plays. Boom. Field goal. 10-6 at the half. Come out the half. They scored. They marched right down the field. We hold them out the end zone. They hit that field goal. So it was 10-9. It was 10-9 for the longest. We were just stagnant, and then
boom,
there it is.
Turn the Jets
Turn
on.
it up. So
my last notes here in the fourth quarter, I put in a star. It said Sam Darnold turning into Sam Darnold.
I said it.
And then I said 4 touchdown for Gibbs, and I guess the play call was called Turbo Set. Because they baited.
That fourth and 2.
It was like 4th and 2, and they baited Minnesota, and it was so good. Because then that's how we got the first down.
Yeah, we got the first down. But then you think about it, like Chris Collinsworth said, he was saying like the Lions go for it on 4th. So
well, why wouldn't
and
you?
They've been going on that. They've been hiking the ball on that call signal the whole game.
Yep.
So it's like boom, they got him. So the Lions, we are special, bro. Yeah. We are a team that I don't see nobody beating us. I think we're going to win the Super Bowl. Even in our losses, man. Like, the Tampa Bay loss, that's why I want to play Tampa Bay. Because, come on back. We need to get our lick back against you. So, and then, the loss against the Bills, let us see y'all in the Super Bowl. Let's try that Josh Allen stuff again. Right. That ain't going to work again, bro. But
I want to hear what everybody got to say.
That's what I want to hear. What y'all got to say now? What Joy Taylor got to say now about Dan Gamble? What you got to say now? What all y'all got to say
about
now?
The Vikings and our defense is depleted. This and that, and Montgomery is not. He's hurt.
That's why Aaron Glenn deserved Defensive Player of the Year, a Defensive Coach of the Year, Defensive Coordinator of the Year. Yeah, right. I mean, he did play D. He was a cornerback back in the day, but he deserved Defensive Coordinator of the Year.
Yeah.
Because
he did
what he got. So much more. John said it in the text. He was like, he did so much more with less. Like, just think, if Hutch didn't get hurt, if Carlton Davis didn't get hurt, if Aleem McNeil didn't get hurt, just imagine if none of them got hurt, bro. Like, for real, bro. Like, think about that. The offensive powerhouse we have, and then we got defense too.
Right.
We went 15-2 with a depleted defense, bro. Defense.
And now we the number 1 seed.
Number 1 seed. You gotta come through the D, baby.
Right. Come to the D.
What up, though? You better say what up, though, when you come through here. You know what I'm saying?
Now y'all gotta come through
Now you gotta come through the D.
We got a week to
recuperate
because Arnold got hurt.
Yeah, hopefully
Anzalone did great today.
Thank you, Anzalone. So Mike Valente was talking a lot of love. Remember, he was like, it's good. Anzalone's coming back, but he's not like a godsend. He's not. He was.
Because our defense was a lot better than our offense.
So stop it. All y'all, man. Rico Beard was talking all that junk about San Francisco. Oh, wait, Dan Campbell should sit all the starters. And no, we don't need to play like that. Y'all, you worry about San Francisco, right? You worry about sitting there and watching the playoffs from San Francisco. That's your team. Don't tell us what to do.
Exactly.
We gonna win our style. The way we win is unconventional. Mm-hmm. It's never been seen before. That's why we winning like this. Mm-hmm. Like y'all kill me, and then y'all fake Lions fans out here who along with them, oh, you need to sit these players and you need to not do this. Why would we risk winning this game? Why can't you win both games?
Right.
Without sitting anybody? Why can't you win in San Francisco without sitting them and win at home against Minnesota? Why?
Right.
Why does it have to be, if he plays, they're going to get an injury? I hate that. I hate that mentality. That's why we've been losers for so long in this city, in the NFL, because of that type of mentality. Loser mentality. Trying to play it safe mentality. Right. Like somebody used to tell me years ago, a scared man don't win no money. So if you scared, bro, say you scared, stay on the porch. We the Lions, bro.
Yeah.
We some dogs, bro. We coming through smacking everybody in the face, man.
Right.
I don't care who you is, man. The Bills, we got y'all back. I ain't scared of the Ravens. I ain't scared of the Chiefs. Y'all need to be scared of us.
Exactly.
That's what it need to be. Y'all need to be scared of us, bro. So we coming for whoever represent the AFC. We coming. Mm-hmm. And we know we got to win, 2 more games at home before we get to the big game. But are you telling us win 2 more games and we don't want 15?
That's it.
Come on. Let's do it.
In our house?
Let's do it. In our house. Let's do it.
Ooh.
Let's do it. Black out.
The
Let's
city
do
about
it.
to be buzzing.
Let's black out. Man, I'm telling you. The city, we so much motion in the D, baby. 0-16, man.
Whoever's watching.
Y'all don't know. If you ain't never been a fan of 0-16.
From Detroit, who don't live in the area, who are not from Detroit, y'all don't understand how much this team means to us.
Yeah, bro.
And you know what I just realized too?
What?
Next month will be 10 years that we've lived here in Michigan.
That you lived here in Michigan.
That we've together.
Yeah, together. I was born and raised here in Detroit. I moved to Cali for some time. That's when I met my wife, and she came back here with me in 2015.
And I will
February
say
2015.
this every chance that I get. Detroit has welcomed me with open arms.
Because who you with?
Exactly.
Who you with?
Exactly.
You feel me?
And not only that, but I've also embraced the culture in Detroit. So even though I did grow up a Raiders fan, even though I did grow up a Lakers fan, and I didn't
boo now though,
right? And that was just because it was homegrown. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like I love Detroit so much. I love Michigan. She loves it so much. She
don't want to leave. I'm the one ready to leave.
I don't want to leave.
I want to move somewhere. I love my city, but I want to leave.
To be able to know the history of the Lions and of the city and how the 0-16 years and I started to come in the Matt Patricia years and you know what I'm saying? Like I to see that history and then to now appreciate where we are now. I love this city so much.
I'm trying to find the schedule. So as we conclude, I got that playoff schedule for you guys. So the wild card round is January 11th, 12th, and 13th, which Sunday at 4:30 is the Green Bay Packers at Philadelphia. The Eagles, that's Sunday at 4:30 on Fox, Eastern Standard Time. All the times are Eastern. And then you got the Minnesota Vikings at the Rams Monday. On Monday Night Football, 8 p.m. on ESPN ABC. Then you got the Commanders at the Buccaneers Sunday. That's the Sunday night game. Sunday night on NBC. So that's Sunday Night Football. I really want... So who are you taking for... This is just the NFC. I'll get to the AFC. And then, of course, the Lions have a bye. So who do you got? Packers and Eagles?
Okay.
I think the Eagles.
I think I'm going to go with the Eagles.
They're going to win that.
And Packers then I think... I don't know. I might be surprised with the Vikings and Rams. I want...
The Rams, go on and put them out.
Yeah.
I would say the Rams have hit a nice little hot streak. And they're at home, too.
And the Vikings have been... As you've seen tonight, they were a little like... Sam Darnold turned into Sam Darnold. Yeah, so it's like... who knows? But... we'll see about that. And then as far as the Commanders go, I want the Commanders.
Let's go. Beat the Bucks. Yeah. Or if not, then because whoever win that game, the Commanders and Bucks, I think they coming to Detroit. Mm-hmm. So if the Bucks win,
I do want a rematch.
Come on,
I do want a rematch with the Bucks.
We want our lick back.
But also the Commanders.
Yeah, I like Jay.
We got to put the rookie in his place.
I don't like Baker. I don't like Baker Mayfield.
I don't like Baker Mayfield either.
All right, then we go to the AFC. So we got Sunday at 1. You got the Broncos and the Bills. That's going to be a good one. Bo Nix, that's my guy. I like Bo Nix. Yeah. Bo. And then you got the Chargers at the Texans. That's Saturday at 4:30 p.m. And then the Steelers at the Ravens. Again, that's Saturday night at 8 p.m. on Amazon Prime.
The Steelers and the Ravens.
And the Chiefs has a first round bye. So... I think so. Broncos and Bills. I think the Bills are going to win it, but I would like to see Denver beat them. I want to see some upsets.
I want to see some upsets too.
Right?
Come on, man. Let's bring the upsets.
The Chargers and the Texans. I think the Chargers are going to win that.
Yeah.
I think the Chargers are going to win it. I don't know though, because they got Nico playing good again, and we'll have to see Nico Collins for the Texans. And then the Steelers and the Ravens. I think the Ravens are going to win that. I think the Ravens are on a mission. I think the Ravens may be the team to represent the AFC.
And I think
if anybody can beat Kansas City, it's the Ravens.
I think the Steelers are just okay with making the playoffs, and then they're fine.
And they're done.
I think they've kind of coddled Tomlin a lot.
I ain't gonna say that. I like Mike Tomlin.
I like him too. I'm not saying this is a diss to him. Well, what I'm saying is they've coddled him to where it's like they say it in a way where it's like, oh, he made the playoffs yet again, and that's great, and then we don't hear from him again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's more so the media side than I'm saying Tomlin's side.
I understand what you mean.
You know what I mean?
But at the same time, that's a huge accomplishment.
Man, to be your whole career over 500 and make the playoffs every year, yes, that's a great accomplishment. It's a great accomplishment.
You can't poo-poo at that.
I'm not poo-pooing at that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I'm just saying. So that's your schedule for the NFL playoffs, and the next couple weeks will be very exciting on the podcast because we will be covering your scores and highlights. I wish we had visual highlights. One day we probably get there. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, man, we are. That's your schedule for the NFL playoffs, and can't wait. Go Lions, man.
Let's go Lions, man. Go Lions. Well. That'll just about wrap up this episode of this podcast of season 2, episode 6. We truly appreciate you guys sticking with us, and we are so excited for this year to show you guys what we got up our sleeve and to show you guys, just new stuff, new fresh things. So please comment down below what you guys would like to see and what you guys think of our work so far. We did put up a vlog with a new format, new style, angles. And we would love your feedback on that. So go ahead and go watch.
I love it, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all my feedback. I love it. It was her idea, and she had me sit down and watch some dude, and we watched some guy, and then she already knows a different vlogger that she likes.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Sophia Chang.
That kind of gives we kind of took a little bit from here, a little bit from there, and kind of made it our own. So. Shout out to the COO of UFG right there, man. She did that. So yeah, give us some feedback, and again, make sure you guys. Man, I gotta go to the gym in about 4 hours, like 3 hours. Jesus. Comment, like, subscribe. See what we do for y'all. Please help us here. Help us. I'm gonna take a good nap when I get off work, bro. So yeah, we'll wrap it up here. Great episode. Give me some. Good job. Good job. Excellent job. And thank you guys again. Just to recap a few things. Go Lions. Make sure y'all check out your raffles for the Black Cat 3s. I think I'm going to go for those. Also, the Jim Jones thing. Do not be discouraged if you didn't sell drugs. You can be in the sneaker culture if you didn't sell drugs. So don't think like that. Don't think like you had to risk your life to really enjoy a pair of Jordans, or risk your freedom. Right. Like, come on, man. Like that type stuff is ridiculous, y'all. Don't fall into that. Sometimes people say things to be relevant. I'm not saying that he did that, but sometimes people cannot be relevant in a music or in a certain industry when they say certain things. But then when they say things, I know I'll get a lot of attention on me if I say this or say that. So, but at the same time, just don't fall for that. That's irresponsible. And then basketball viewership is still down. The game is still not that exciting. And I'm a basketball head, but go Pistons, man. Do y'all thing, man. Right. And then NFL, man. Go Lions, man. We went in the Super Bowl this year. It feels so good. So I love it. Hey, I love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. Again, as Lily brought out earlier, we got so much under the hood that's going on. We're going to play it close to the chest right now because we're we're working on it, right? We're still cooking. We're stirring the pot. So as things start to get closer and dates start to get closer and start to get confirmed,
you'll know.
We'll start shelling out different things to you guys. You guys will be the first to know. So love you guys. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Make sure y'all have a good night. Make sure y'all rest up. Have a great week. Be great this week. And always remember to keep making noise until somebody hear you. Because one day somebody gonna hear you. And when they do hear you, you stay ready, so you never have to get ready, man. So I love y'all so much, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe. We'll see you next Monday at 5 p.m., episode 7. Love you guys. UFG Podcast. We out. Peace.
Like what you heard? Make sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share with your friends. Stay tuned for more on the UFG Podcast. And remember, keep making noise until somebody hears you.